Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. On Friday the 26th of March, there was an hour-long show titled Star Citizen Live Gangs of Pyro with the lore team. Here's what you need to know. The show was a breakdown of the lore defining the inner workings of the NPC factions within the Pyro system with Adam, Will, and David. Jared began by mentioning how much he loved how well every aspect of Star Citizen is fully integrated into the complete lore. David confirmed that because the game is in open development and has been in development for so long, lore is progressing very well with the other pillars as work progresses. Will confirmed that Chris is an active driving force, always asking about how something new fits in with what we already know. The team always adjusts to ensure that lore makes sense, so if you're a fan of the lore, it's important to keep track of the newest posts as they're published. David broke down Pyro. It's lawless and populated by criminal gangs who each have their own agenda. Will began with a screen share of the ARC map with the original narrative framework. For 20 minutes, they basically brought us up to date with where the system was during the original post from 16th of October 2016. I'm not going to summarize a summary. Sorry. So I have just linked up the original 10-minute segment, and I strongly recommend that you watch it and the others in the Lore Master series. Paul Shelley also does a great deep dive on his YouTube channel, and I also have that linked up for you. Pyro has always been primed for piracy, as it has no authority and it has proximity to the wealthy Stanton system. Pyro is also seen as a shortcut, so despite the risk of traveling there, many are tempted. There are several main groups in that location. The groups that were discussed are Xenothreat, Overlords, Darkside Rovers, and the Fire Rats. Ruin Station is the main port, and it sounds somewhat like Grimhex in that it was abandoned and taken over by criminals. Xenothreat are violent outlaws who fight authority and wish to liberate Stanton's residents from what they feel is the oppression from corporations and the UEE. Will made a note to state that there were other groups that were purposely being held back out of lore to prevent spoilers. Adam then went into a segment about the Overlords. They're a group who are identifiable as heavily armored vigilantes. Their armor style inspired a bunch of subscriber flair in the Overlord suits. They aren't specifically good or bad, but they will kill for control over the system and are known to shoot first. Their lieutenants and leaders have colorful names like Stinger, Riptide, and Duststorm. The live chat was asked to choose which of the six is now the leader. Stinger was the choice. Will tied in a part of the last Inside Star Citizen on reputation by saying that Overlords, based on how they operate, would be specifically hard to gain trust with, and they decided that it would drift quicker than other organizations and be harder to maintain. They discussed their lack of base of operation, they discussed their territory, they discussed that they mainly exploit theft, drug trade, and disrupting others to gain advantage. They continued to speak about their allegiances and how they would behave for an additional 17 minutes. Chat got to choose between the next one, which is Darkside or Fire Rats. Chat chose Fire Rats. They're shipjackers who are trying to dethrone Xenothreat for control of Pyro. They are against slavery, they do not negotiate, and are based around Pyro 3. They use red and orange as their colors, and chat selected that they believe in the purification of flame. Their members believe that fire cleans, and their ships are going to show damage from run-ins with solar flares. That's it. I've glossed over a bunch of this, but hopefully this rundown will help you decide if the show would be interesting to watch in full. I found it interesting. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.